What if the key to our AI future wasn't found in a high-tech server farm, but in a dusty old patent office? Picture this, a forgotten inventor, a bizarre-looking contraption, and a patent so unassuming it almost vanished from history. Yet hidden within its pages lay the unwitting key to unlocking the entire AI landscape we know today. This isn't the story of a genius with a grand vision for the future. It's the story of an accident, a hilarious misstep that became a masterstroke. So what was this mystery invention? It was called the statistical machine, patented in 1889 by a man named Herman Hollerith. And its original purpose? Well, it had nothing to do with creating intelligent minds. Hollerith built it to solve a massive data headache, the 1880 US Census. It had taken 8 years to count everyone by hand, and with the country growing, they feared the next census would take even longer. Hollerith's machine was a clever solution. It used punch cards, a bit like the ones used in old looms to store information. Each hole punched in a specific spot on the card represented a piece of data, like a person's age or gender. These cards were then fed into a machine that used electrical pins to read the holes and tally the results automatically. It was brilliant, and it cut the census processing time down to just a few years. After its success, the patent was filed away, and Hollerith's machine was mostly seen as a one-trick pony for counting people. For decades, that's all it was. It was a glorified calculator, a faster way to do boring arithmetic. The idea that this clunky mechanical device held a deeper secret was completely overlooked. No one saw the ghost in the machine. The misstep was in seeing it only as a counting tool. The masterstroke was hidden in how it counted. The machine wasn't just adding numbers, it was sorting and processing information based on patterns. It was, in a very basic sense, making decisions based on data. Sound familiar? This is where the story takes a turn. Decades later, early computer pioneers like Alan Turing were wrestling with a fundamental question. Can a machine think? They were developing the theoretical foundations of modern computing. As they looked for ways to build machines that could not just calculate but also logically process information, they stumbled upon the core principles of Hollerith's old machine. That simple punch card system was, accidentally, a rudimentary form of data storage and retrieval. The machine's ability to read patterns in the holes was a primitive form of a sorting algorithm. The electrical connections it made when a hole was detected, that was a basic if-then logical operation, the absolute cornerstone of all computer programming. Think of it this way. A neural network in today is AI learns by recognizing patterns in vast amounts of data. Hollerith's machine, in its own mechanical way, did the same thing. It learned to categorize people by reading the patterns of holes on a card. It was the physical, clunky ancestor of a digital algorithm. As computing evolved from mechanical gears to vacuum tubes, then to transistors and microchips, this fundamental idea of representing data and processing it based on patterns remained. The unseen threads of Hollerith's patent were woven into the very fabric of early computing, influencing everything from data storage to the first programming languages. So how did we get from a census counting box to ChatGPT? The tipping point came when this foundational principle of pattern processing met two other game changers: massive computing power and big data. Suddenly, computers weren't just reading a few holes on a card. They could analyze billions of data points in seconds. The core idea, however, remained the same. When you ask an AI to generate an image, it's analyzing patterns from millions of pictures it has seen before. When a self-driving car navigates a street, it's recognizing patterns in its sensor data. That fundamental logic, first demonstrated in a dusty 19th century machine, is still at work. The scale has just exploded, turning that obscure patterns principle from a historical footnote into the engine of our modern world. As AI continues to evolve at a dizzying speed, it's incredible to think that its journey began not with a grand vision of sentient machines, but with a simple, almost forgotten invention designed to count people. It's a powerful reminder that the biggest breakthroughs often come from the most unexpected places. It makes you wonder, what other forgotten patents are sitting in archives right now, holding the accidental keys to our future? The seeds of tomorrow are often found in the overlooked closets of yesterday. Thanks for watching.